check it out. Your opportunity is now, and we're gonna get into it. As soon as some people start jumping on this live, we're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the super chat on, super chat, and see what's going on with that. But look, here's what we're gonna be talking about. As soon as some of y'all jump on here, we're gonna be talking about the opportunity of your life is right now. It's not later. It's now. So, with that being said, as soon as some of y'all jump on here and start commenting, I'm going to get into it. And I've got a myriad of business opportunities that you can do right now. So, what's up, Miss E? We're going to get into it in a minute as soon as we get some more talking heads on here. I'm kind of on the hammock tonight, just chilling. Got the little ambiance up there on my messy front porch. Excuse the mess. But y'all start commenting so I know you in here. Miss E just commented. Moderator Supreme in the house. Um, what's going on? What's up, William? Julie, Trailer. What's up, everybody? Let some people jump on here. And if y'all saw the title, I said the opportunity is now. Okay. Selena S in the house. William Goswick. Y'all jumping on here. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna try to do something. Let's see, super chat. Hey, can somebody make a comment real quick while I'm on here? I want to see if when I click to super chat, if you're still able to comment, or does that do something different? So, okay, there's Deborah Williams in the house. Jonathan Pierce. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. All right. All right. Now, Miss E, are you still here? I want you to throw something up. As long as I got my moderator Supreme in the house, Miss E, we're gonna move forward. Um, yeah, that's. I'm glad you made one of the lives real quick. I just want to make sure everybody can comment. Okay, that's what's up. Cool, 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 cool. All right, everybody, whatever you need to do to chime in, go ahead and do that. And while you're doing it, please hit the thumbs up so I can see we're all attentive and we are all zoomed in on this live. So we got 36 talking heads in the house. So I need you guys to go ahead and thumbs up. And we're gonna get into talking about the opportunity is right now. So if you're excited about hearing some good news, this might be something for you. This might just be what you need to hear. Because your boy Major here, I've been at it for a long time as an entrepreneur. It's one of the things I know well. I know how to make money. I know how and what opportunity looks like. I know how to capture it, so on and so forth. So if you guys are interested in that kind of talk right now, I'd like to talk about that with you. I'm not going to talk very long this evening. It's getting late. Um, I might go for 25 minutes or so. I always say that, and then it ends up being an hour. But we're gonna try to cram it all in real quick. So check this out. Okay, and excuse the mess behind me. That's the 4-year-olds paint play center over there. So 4-year-olds just kind of create their own space all over the place, kind of thing. So yeah, that's what's going on over there. This table is reserved for her and her junk, and her mom teaching her how to sew. So it is a mess. No telling what you're gonna see behind me because I did not clean it up. I'm so sorry. This is the real live stuff. This is not the play live stuff. Major do the real live, so it is what it is. But check it out. Check it out. The opportunity is now for all of us or any of us that are interested in actually doing something within what's going on. Okay. So this is one of those times in history where uh, people are running for the exits. People are trying to figure out how they're going to survive and do this and do that. They're maneuvering, moving money, moving gold, silver, moving everything, furniture, socks, underwear, everything getting moved right now. So it's quite a spectacle to watch. So as an entrepreneur, a seasoned, I'm not a seasoner or a Caesar. As a seasoned veteran in the entrepreneur game, I'm in the group, got 50 cents, two quarters to rub together. go turn it into $10,000 kind of entrepreneur, not the one who did the business plan and had his quarterly budget and had his all of his financials run out for the next 3 years so he can get investors. No, I'm talking about the guy on the street got a scrap. I did a video with this dude I saw washing windows a little bit ago, and I said to you guys on that video, I was like, "Yo, this is dope because this is how I get down. This is how I started, like with a bucket and a rag kind of thing, and going out washing people's cars. I had to do that, work that into a $400,000 a year business. So, since age 17, I've been in the trenches. I've done everything from painting heavy equipment to body work, taught myself how to do it, to buying and selling cars, to owning detail shops, to moving into tow truck companies, transportation companies, construction, excavating. I've done all kinds of stuff. I used to broker mortgages. So I've been around. I've been around for a minute, buying, selling houses, the real estate game, 2008. You can go on my website. And after this month, I'm going to go put all of my downloads will be costing people stuff from now on because for the last 3 months or so, I've had it for free downloads. I think my information is very valuable, so I think a couple of bucks a pop should be worth it. So you'll be able to download up until the end of this month. That's at safetycomplianceagency.com. Go on the store, and then you can download some of my documents. And on there, if you go ahead and download it, my real estate manual, I didn't write a book, I wrote a manual. And, Major's crazy like that. You might find some typos in there. I don't know. Whoever is a person who's very grammatically inclined to handle revising stuff, give me a shout. You might be able to revise my manual and let's make something happen with it. But it's called Big Real Estate Profits. And so that manual I wrote back in after the 2008 catastrophe. Yo, I know how not to buy real estate as well. So that's something that's priceless because you need to know when and when not to do it. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff on there. I got a lot of documents. That's really, you can make a library, and you can. I'm good at concepts. Okay, so once you concept one of the things I do, you can apply that to other things and make it work the same way. You just change. It's like you got a suit on one day and you do this work, and then you go put some shorts or some jogging pants on, and you can still take that and go faster and do something else with it in a different direction, but it's the same concept. So everything works and revolves around concepts. Okay, so check this out. The opportunity is now. Okay, so and what I mean by that, you can start just about any business right now and make money. Don't get stuck on this getting this free money stuff because that's the hook in the lip, just like they fishing. Okay, they're gonna reel that in later on them people. So try to steer clear of getting free money because ain't nothing free. Y'all know that. I mean, I shouldn't even have to say that. Ain't nothing, Nuffing, free on this planet. They charging for water now. I mean, like go to the lake. They be done charge you a lake water tax. You start breathing air in the next 10 years, they're gonna charge you some type of carbon emissions tax. I mean, they're gonna make you pay for everything that used to be normal, just is here. So anyway, ain't nothing free. Make sure that you don't take the cheap, the easy, free money stuff because, like I said, that's hooking them out. We can work and do things mentally with our mind, put thoughts together, and get out here and make enough money just doing that, okay? And be free from all of the nonsense that other people are gonna have to go through to get out of that free money stuff that certain entities, let's say, see how certain entities are just giving away or sending people money right now, okay? So make sure that you are not in that row. Make sure if you are, get some, get out of it, but invest in something with yourself doing it. Okay, so check it out. I'm gonna name off a bunch of businesses right now that one could just start and go out here and just literally just start making money off the streets. Okay, one of them, yep, like I said, any service oriented business is gonna make money right now because it's hard to find people to do work. You say, well, Major, I don't know how to do much. find out how to do something and get a certificate in it, go do some a week training. You can start your own detailing business. You could start your own consulting company. You could start your own online business selling people prepper stuff. Right now, while everybody's trying to be a prepper, you could sell prepper stuff as an affiliate without even having any inventory, any big time marketing money, or any. All you have to do is be astute with being online. And Miss E, we're gonna talk about that 20 years. We're gonna put that to good use. You contact me anytime, and I will give you my direct. So you'll email me first, and then I'll give you my direct. We can talk. So we, as far as businesses are concerned, you can start just about anything to make some money. You can start the online business, which is great. You can sell other people's products. Okay. You can start a service company. Like for example, we do specialize in Firewatch services. Okay, believe it or not, that's cool, Patty. You can show me how to do that with the crypto because I got some crypto and some stuff. It just didn't work. It never works out for me. So I'm just holding stuff. Okay, the trading game. Somebody need to take over my account and make me some money at it because it's ridiculous. But anyway, um, so the service oriented stuff, like simple stuff like house cleaning. You can do boat cleaning, like yachts and boats. People actually have their yachts cleaned like it's a house. Okay. I don't know if you knew that. All you need is a bucket, some Windex, some this, some that, some microfiber towels, and some working knowledge of what marine detailing is like, which is easy. Just jump on a YouTube video. Next thing you know, you print some cards up and you start marketing yourself at the marinas. Listen, back in the day, I used to have a detailing company. Y'all can look up my website. Major's got tons of websites. MobileDetailGuy.com. You'll see me on there, okay? I used to train people how to detail yachts and aircraft. When we did aircraft detailing, we would charge anywhere, depends on what type of plane it was, but uh, I mean, a little small Cirrus 22 little bitty airplane, a full detail on it was still about $800. Big boy planes, anything like a G1, G2, G3, G4, a 5, uh, a full service on a G5 right now, probably about 6,500 to $9,800. Just depending on what a client wants. So there's a lot of service money out there that can be had, and I've done a lot of those services. Right now, if you can find a couple of construction crews that have availability to do work, and then you go out and find the work for them, which ain't that hard to do because everybody's looking for people who can do stuff right now. You can middleman a whole bunch of deals right now. If you know somebody's got a professional auto repair shop and they do transmission service, you can start marketing their business. You just go in there and you talk to them and say, hey, I do marketing and I get clients to call me. And if they need your service, I need so much percent on each customer I send to you. So you can generate those calls, direct them to the source, and then as long as you're the middleman setting it up, it's almost like you're their personal automotive liaison. A buddy of mine came up with that concept. It's called PAL. He's in Kansas City with that idea, working it right now. You become a personal automotive liaison. He can teach you how to do it too if you're interested. And he can show you how. I'll put my links in there. I'll try to put my link in there real quick for the chat. I'm on my phone doing this live, so I can't, there's some features I can't do because I'm not doing my live from my studio. So, but my website is www.safetycomplianceagency.com. That's one of them. www.safetycomplianceagency.com. You guys can reach me from that website. You can email me from the contact page and I'll respond back and get you my other contact information if it's something we need to discuss. But you can be a personal customer service liaison right now. Y'all know how crappy customer service is right now? And we more old school folks, right? Even young people could do it if you know that way. Thank you, Miss E. Thank you, Miss E. So if you start a customer service company where the clients come to you first, you set them up, you talk to them, you do the survey, you do this, you do that. Then you send them to get the service done from the service provider. And then after the service is finished, you do your follow up. You know what? You can start a customer service. You remember back in the day, you'll go to the gas station, you couldn't pump your own gas. And then somebody would always wash your windows, check your oil, check your tire pressure, and do all that, right? That's the kind of service that people will still pay for. It's just obsolete. So you have to find where you can fit in and be in the middle of something, and the money flows through you. So I'm just here to help people stay motivated or get motivated, because while everybody's running around scared, doing this and that and the other, it's some stuff I'm cleaning house on, and y'all can be doing it too. With a couple of little adjustments, if you even if you work in a 9 to 5, there's several businesses that you can start that kind of manage themselves, and you can check on them, check your email here and there, and you can still middleman the deals. That's one of my specialties, is knowing what someone is looking for, going to find what they want, and then I put mine on top and I close the deal. I've been doing that since I was 20 years old. So this is still doable now. There's so many small businesses that can be done right now because people are so desperate for service providers. You know, like I said, we do fire watch services. A lot of people don't even know what fire watch is. Yet, we're on pace to do some numbers. I'm not going to say it right here, but I don't need to put my. But we're on point to do some serious numbers by the end of the year on a business that most people don't even know exists. It's a mandatory style business. It's governed by local fire marshals and so on and so forth. It's a mandatory service that I mean, it's higher echelon than security. So, um, you know, um, I'll hit you up. It's Beer Drink. Why don't you email me? Go my website, www.security, I'm sorry, safetycomplianceagency.com is on one of these links. When we get done, make sure whoever needs to speak with me, go on there on the contact page and send me a quick, drop me some mail there, and then send me your number there. It's secure. You can send me your email or your phone number, whatever you want to do, and I'll get with you on what you do. There's some stuff that I would like to engage some of you guys on as well. Basically, what I'm seeing you're talking about. So, um, I'm here to help people go. I'm not here to help you go hide. I mean, like I said, if you got to duck, duck, but be ready to come back up and let's keep punching. So, y'all know finances is one of the number one downfalls for people. Like if you go into the Great Depression, right? One of the number one killers was people not having enough money. The dollar didn't die. Um, People just started losing, uh, you know, their jobs. They started losing. They lost their money in the stock market, but the dollar was still kind of okay. And if you had enough of them, you know what I'm saying? You were able to skate through it. Now, will that be the case this time if something happens? I don't know, but I ain't got time to worry about, what's in the future that far, because you can't tell what's in the future. I know if I start working on something today and 2 weeks from now, I got something up and running, got another stream of income pumping. That's what I'm talking about. So, you just got to, and I'm going to answer some questions real quick because I think I talk too much and I get tired. So I think this, based on what I'm talking about right now, if anybody's interested in asking me any questions, go ahead and do it. Like Virginia the Bushcrafter said, can you advise of any hard money lenders in Washington? Now, I'm not a borrow money guy. I've just scrapped it out. I'll scrap it out. So I don't have any information, but anyone on here that has any advice on hard money lenders in the Washington D.C. area, throw it on the screen. But me personally, I don't have that type of info. Yeah, I'm catching a live finally. What's up, Sky Divine? Okay, Patricia Clayton. What's up, everybody? So yeah, let me see. Kat says sold our house. Now looking for some rural land. Need to learn so much about chickens, goats. I'm at RN. Need to learn more about herbs and holistic stuff. Okay, so get on it. You can basically, Kat, get you some books. That's the best thing to do is get you books on how to raise chickens and goats. You raise goats, I can tell you they eat up everything. So you better get enough land for them goats or you're going to be feeding them pretty soon and it's going to be costing you money instead of making some money. Goats are not the best animal to have unless you're going to, sell them. They're unless you're going to use them for, what everybody else uses them for. Hang on, guys, I'm trying to tighten something. Let's see. So, okay, there we go. So, goats are cool, but everybody I've talked to, they either have them for fun or they're really farming goats, really selling, buying and selling them. Chickens, pretty easy. Some roosters, some hens, get you some. That's easy. Throw some feed out there, let them free range or whatever. That's probably better than goats. Um, you got too many goats roaming around and you ain't got enough fences up, you wake up and won't have no roof on your house. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. Um, let me see. Let me see what someone just said. Mike Michelson Joseph, aka Mike 77. You should do like a StreamYard session at times, family, just to speak to us as your viewers and such. I don't know what that means. I'm not real snazzy with this stuff as far as all these lives and stuff. I got a 4 year old, so it's all the way live all the time over here. So, but anyway, let's see, Muhammad. Oh, give me a kiss and then go. Thank you. Okay, say hi, everybody.
Hi everybody, I have some cool toys in my sleeping bag.
See, she got some cool toys in her sleeping bag, so that's why I be hustling, so she can keep that sleeping bag and them toys. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me read some other comments. Are we gonna go digital? JoJo said. Well, we don't. I'm sure that's definitely in the fray of things. When and how? I'm supposing somehow the dollar would have to be non-existence or there be some type of period of time where it's transitioning into the digital thing. But I know China, they already have their digital yuan. They've been testing for 3 4 months successfully. So I mean, if America doesn't do that, they're going to be the furthest behind ever. So I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Um, but I hope that answers your question, Muhammad. Let's see, two-way high. Can I have a book on how to home? Okay, cool. Patricia Clayton, let's see. My book teaching. So I'm trying to find people asking me questions. Um, book on foraging. Hey, so everybody who's interested on foraging, food and medicine, look at what It's Beer Drink is posting. Two-way high, posting some information. And yeah, two-way high. So if y'all interested, foraging books are awesome. Y'all know I got videos about wild foraging. Just make sure you get the book for your region, East Coast, West Coast, South, North, because you got different variations of some of the same plants growing, but they'll look different in some regions because you got cold regions and warm regions. And then also you need to be adept in primarily noticing and knowing what's poisonous. You don't want to be picking something or picking something that is edible, but it's close to some poisonous stuff, and you get a couple of leaves of that in your mix. So you got to really know what's up with what's up. You can't just be assuming that, you got to really know what you're picking. Honey, don't do that. You can smile, but don't do crazy stuff, okay? This is not your soccer game, okay? I'm on a live, okay? But
Yes,
you can stay here, but just don't be crazy, okay?
I just did soccer.
I know. Okay. We can talk about soccer later, okay?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
just said on
cool.
the video
Okay, they heard you.
so
So,
everyone can see it.
so everyone can see it. That's what's up. So make sure that with your forging books, you don't just buy the book and read about it. What I noticed about wild forging is you have to, and I know we're getting off track, but I'm answering questions. I was talking about this is your opportunity, and I'm still talking about that for those who came late. This is the greatest time to start a business and the greatest time to make money with that business. Now, what can you do with the money? You can invest in things that have utility for possibly stuff in the future or stuff right now. You know, well, we need to buy stuff that's got utility to it, has utility. It does something for your life as opposed to making you service it. So, this is why it's important to be able to create other streams of income while the money is still good and you can still use it. Okay, right now the dollar is the highest note in the world. Okay, the ruble, the Russian ruble, it's actually a little higher, but those two are the highest right now. So right now, that's not good for the rest of the globe. It's actually messing their economies up. And at some point, you know, who knows what will happen, but we don't have to go all the way there. We could just say, look, I got a plan. I'm going to do it solid for 90 days. And that's going to increase my affordability. That's going to increase my revenue in my household. And with that revenue, that increased revenue, I'm going to be able to go and purchase this, that, or the other with cash. I'm not going to sit around here paying payments and stuff. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But back to the wild edible stuff. The thing that I realized with the wild edibles is that you have to practice eating the wild edibles after you get sure that's the plant, after you read the book and really know what you got to experience eating that stuff. If you don't, the whole point of doing wild edibles goes out the window because you're going to freak out at first. You're going to be like, I'm really eating this. Wait a minute. I just picked this out of my front yard. Hold up. I'm going to eat this. A dandelion. I'm going to eat a dandelion. I ain't never ate a dandelion in my life. What? I'm about to eat the yellow part? Oh my goodness. And the stem too, the leaves and the roots. Oh wow, this is too much. I'm American, you know. So you gotta you really gotta do the stuff. You can't just kind of how should I say? You can't just have the book. You gotta do the stuff. You gotta use it in the manner it's supposed to be used in, or it's really senseless and pointless. So, but anyway, hope that answers your question. If you get medical books like how to first aid books, or there are a lot of military books out there that show how to do battle wounds and how to fix and tactical tourniquets and all kinds of stuff. So when you get this stuff bought, do it. You have to practice it. All right. You got to know how to put a tourniquet on. You don't just have the tourniquet in your gear and then you've never put it on yourself to figure out how it works. So same thing with opportunity. You know, like there's so many opportunities right now to go out here and start a business and make some money while everybody else is running scared, while everybody else is closing up their shop because they're too top heavy. They got too much debt and they're closing up their business because they got too much. But if you're just one person and you're going and becoming the middleman for other people, you don't need all those employees. You don't need any equipment. You don't need anything. You need some nice clothes. You need to get your punchline. You need to have your marketing materials ready and whatever it is service you're selling. And you got to go out and make contact with the service providers that are still in business, that are doing business. Hey, would you like some increase in business? I can help you. Once you get that and write up a little agreement, it's go time. It's making some money time now. So that's what's going on, Omar 150 or I-50, or Omari 50, my bad. Um, Everybody, you know, this is about opportunity. People are cashing in right now on all these different routes imaginable right now. while other people are running scared this way to the stairs. Other people are going up in the burning building with a solution, and after they put the fire out, they walking off with the cake. So that's what I'm into doing. Not around here sitting around here running around scared. You be prepared, but you ain't gotta be scared. And you need more income to be more prepared. That's the way this system works. So that's what we need to be focused on. You need to be focused on that, and then how to balance this stuff out. Oh, that's cute, honey.
Thank you.
So let me read some other comments I see. Let's see. Jacob Maldoni. Uh, oh, the world says the world economy will crash. It may do that, but Jacob, my brother, I appreciate you, and I know you didn't say that. You're saying somebody else said that, but that's fine. If it crashes while I'm cashing in, that's fine. I'm still gonna do my journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go all the way till the wheels fall off. So yeah, really ain't got, I'm not gonna get on a plane that don't have no fuel in it and then say go ahead and take off. But if I'm getting on the plane, it's fueled up and it's ready to fly and I can make it somewhere, I'm gonna go do it. So that's how you got to get down with this stuff, because the more time we spend not moving forward, we're being placed backwards. We're when you don't move, sometimes you don't need to move. Sometimes you just need to be still, be in the balance zone. Don't make no moves. Okay, there are times like that, but right now, this is the time. Other people are getting it. They're getting it left and right, while other people are sleeping. They're getting it. So I don't want y'all to not have the information. I want y'all to have the information. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. I saw. Oh, hey, the Riddler. Appreciate that super chat gift. That's awesome. He said, I asked you before. I know you don't give finance advice, but would you still focus on paying debt instead of preparing for possible dollar collapse? Well, if I had to pick, the Riddler, if I had to pick between paying off debt instead of preparing, I would probably say I would get prepared, because, and what I mean by that is, and it depends on what your debt threshold is. If it's higher than your income threshold, you might have to focus on paying down the debt. But if you're still profitable after paying your debt notes with the debt notes, geez, they got us all jacked up. If you're in a positive position after paying your payments on your debt, I think you should, my advice would be not financial advice, but I would go ahead and get some things prepared for being self-sufficient. And then once I get those things in place, now at least I have a contingency that I'd start working on paying off the debt. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my advice would be, if I could give some regarding that. But Kelly, you're right. I know there's so much opportunities out here now. There's a bunch. There's a bunch, y'all. I wouldn't advise going after government grants, but there's a whole bunch of government contract stuff. There's, you got to have some cash outlay for that. But, you got to see these opportunities and go ahead and, because everybody, even if you're trying to prep, it costs money to do all that. It costs money to get a solar generator and this generator and that one, and it costs money to have a bug out location or a bug out bag. Everything costs money with tax on top. So them people getting rich right now selling these products. So what are they doing with the money? Getting prepared more, or going on their journey, going to Alaska to go walk on the ice cap. I don't know. I'm going to go travel overseas. You just keep doing your thing. But you do have to have in this system the means by which to do what it is you're trying to do, because that's how the system is set up. It was set up like that before we got here. They're not going to turn it off for me or you. They're going to keep it clocking like it is. So when in Rome, do a little bit of what the Romans do. You don't have to become a Roman, but, until you're able to work on a different system of some sort, you got to keep it moving. So that's all it is. I got your, I'll check those emails later, guys. keep this live going. And I really appreciate that super chat gift for $5 from the Riddler. You know, if there's a collapse and you got debt, you can't pay it anyway. They know that. So, you know, it is what it is. That's what they're not going to do. If they collapse something, it's so that they can't or they don't have to pay as well. So, inflation, all the debts that they incurred, they're going to be paying a less amount on it. So call whoever your debtors are and see if they can restructure your debt. That's what the big boys do. They call, hey, I need my debt restructured or you ain't going to get nothing. You know, we need to do this. We need to do. So there's an opportunity for everything right now. People ain't paying their stuff. So if you call a debtor and say, hey, this is what I need to do. I know I signed for this, but y'all going to have to restructure it. Maybe they can restructure it for you and have a lot lower payment. I mean, you can try. All that they can do is say no. So let's see what else is going on. A major, it's beer drink, is the tactic of chewing and swishing around plants and flowers and no tingling or numbness. It's good to go. Huh. Well, I mean, you can eat some peppermint and get some tingling. Um, I wouldn't want to taste something just to get see if I'm numb or tingly. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can how should I say it? When you get your wild foraging book, it shows you exactly what each thing looks like, so you don't have to guess. And you get one in color, and get the book in color, and then it's going to tell you the texture of it, the pricky leaves or rounded or this, the veins. They even describe the veins in the leaves, how they should look and what color they should be, what taste you will taste when you taste it. So you gotta get one of them wild edible. Don't guess with the stuff. You could dandelions, as long as you're not picking up one of those death can. It's called a death. I forget the name of death camas or something like that. It's a long stem, looks like a dandelion, but that ain't no dandelion. Dandelion stems are hollow, and then the leaves look like those little pricky edges. So y'all pretty much know dandelions. It's one of the most nutritious weeds out there. And then you got white. Is it white? Not white willow. White clover, red clover. Those are highly nutritious. So I eat those now. And curly dock. Those are my number one wild edibles because I eat them now. I got curly dock growing on the side of the house, so it's no guessing in that. Um, and you can take a dandelion and plant some in your garden actually, and they'll start dropping seeds. Go ahead and let those seeds drop, and you'll have a whole dandelion forest growing. And instead of people, oh, I got weeds, no, you got food. You got food you just threw out there. So anyway, um, let's see. Kelly said I was interested in a roundtable meetup group in Chicago discussing all the opportunities in this time. Good topic. Yeah, it's a bunch. Like I said, you can start, and you don't even have to go large scale. You can just start with some small scale stuff you can handle. I would advise not even investing no more than $1,000 in most of your startups right now. You need some business cards. You need to set up your corporate structure. You can do that online in the state you're in. Cost you $150. Get you a tax ID number, right? From the IRS. Once you get that, you get your bank account open. You can do a C Corp, S Corp. You could do an LLC, but you're going to end up paying taxes personally on the LLC. Pass through taxes on your LLC. So S Corp and C Corp, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just telling you what I did. So I got an S Corp and I got a C Corp. So and I got an LLC. So you actually, two LLCs, sorry. So LLCs are good for holding your properties, your corporations. The best thing about starting a corporation is that you can then register your vehicles in your corporate name. See, you want to be where you don't own anything personally. Your company does. Okay? Own nothing, make all the money. You want to be able to use the money through your company for company expenses, of course, without being taxed personally. So these are some of the things they didn't teach us in school, but these are some of the things we need to know because it's not going to hurt you to open up a corporation and start even billing yourself for work around your house you do. You can have your corporation do contracts with you personally, and you can run some of your money from your job you're making through your corporation to expense it out because you're going to get a receipt back from the corporation saying you paid to repair your house. But so my question was this: if I paint the whole inside of my house, why ain't I getting some benefit out of that other than just changing the color? If I got a corporation, okay, I can actually use that corporation to do the work for me. It's me doing it, but it's my corporation. But a corporation by law is not you personally. You just control it. So you can expense out monies through your corporation for work that you already doing in your house, and it will benefit you because now you're not paying tax on the money. I hope that helps somebody. Um, I normally charge $1,000 to consult people how to set their business up and do this and do that. That's when I start really talking, get you, because I'm gonna get you in the frame of mind where the idea, the concept, how to start and set up everything, and how to get out there and do it. And I'm gonna hang out with you for 30 days and keep pumping you till you get some clients, whatever it is you're trying to do. But don't bombard me with, hey, Major, I want you to show me how to, because I've done that in the past. I'm not saying I do it right now. Right now I'm on some other stuff overseas. So right now I'll do some lives and give you some information, and you can go to my site and download some stuff from me over there and kind of gather the concept. But I hope that this helps some people get up off the sofa. Or if I'm just not making enough money. I can't, man, I keep getting my check, and every time I get my check, I pay this, I pay that, I pay that. Rabbit ears at the end of the month, I can't even do no ex. Yo, yes, you can. You just need the right idea, the right motivation, and the right attitude. And you got to put some hustle in your step. Don't nothing work without hustle. I mean, I know people, yeah, the best money is when you don't have to work for it. Well, you got to have some knowledge then to do that. If you ain't got that, you're going to have to hustle for it first. So don't be mixed up. I'd rather make an extra $500 a week doing something on the side and stack up 2 grand a month than just keep doing the same redundant stuff over and over and keep complaining I ain't got enough money to do what I want to do and blah blah blah. I can't travel, can't. Yo, you can, but you're gonna have to hustle for it. That's how I got mine. Whatever I got from pure, unadulterated hustle, grinding, sweating. Um, you know, I've done all kinds of work, heavy, hard work, work like 15. I'm not gonna say it because then people get offended. But Hispanic people when they work construction, they be working hard. I was gonna say it like that, but yo, I work like 4, 5 of them for real. I've been up, I've been down, I done fell, I done went sideways. I've been looking up to see bottom on several occasions. So I don't care what nobody say. I know what I'm talking about for me. So this is how you got to get down. This system don't give you the luxury of contemplating, because by the time you contemplate the next move, somebody don't, that energy's in the air. When you put an idea in your mind and you start talking about it, you generate the energy in the atmosphere. And if you don't do that idea, somebody else is going to do it. I've seen it happen. I've had multi-million-dollar ideas that, oh, if I had the investment, man, I could do this. But I done said and spoke and talked to people. 2 years later, some cat's already doing the thing. This has happened 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He had the investment capital. $100 million later. So it can happen. You just gotta hustle to get it. If you're not privy to knowing, people with lots of money, don't sit around waiting for that. You go out there and get it. It's all kind of money on the streets, legal, every day. Yo, can you do this gig for me? Because I'm working 2 jobs to pay the bills. I got enough money to pay you to do this. Can you do this for me? Because I don't have time. It's all kind of stuff like that, ladies and gents. So If you need to come up a little bit, you can do that. You can get in the real estate game. But I'm gonna say this to you: don't get in the real estate game and get into one of these, real estate, what you call it, one of these real estate meetings or whatever you want to call it, seminars. Okay, don't get up in there and then you pay $2,500 to hear this guy speak, and then you can't make no money on real estate. Most of these people that speak that stuff, there's only a couple of them that really do it. Most of them have gotten a spill from somebody else and never really engaged in the real estate business. Because here's the number one thing to help you spot you about to be taken. One, why you doing seminars if you so rich already? I mean, okay. So the whole point of getting rich and doing all this, driving all these exotic cars, um, and doing this, that, and the other was to then teach me how to do it while charging for it. Okay, it's kind of weird, but that's how the psychic works. Oh, he's successful, I'll go to his seminar. It's a lot of people that just learn the steps and then go put the face on. They got the finances to get the car, to rent the hotels, and do all this extravagant stuff just to get 25 or 125 or 220 or 500 people in a room and get 2,000 a pop from them. And then here I'll tell you, give you some free information on my website. When I was charging for it, people complaining about it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how perception works in this matrix place we live in. But from the horse's mouth, don't get into the real estate game thinking that you're gonna get rich. Get into real estate wanting to make extra money. Okay. If you're trying to run the game, no money to invest and you're going to just do assignments, contract assignments and all that stuff, you can do that hustle. You can get with some people who actually looking for properties and you go locate and spot and get them signed and everything. They'll pay you for that. So there's a lot of ways you can make money off of real estate, without purchasing the property or having any money or any banking behind you. If you got excess capital, I would say right now is not a good time to do real estate because everything's too high. You have to wait till something falls, some market collapses, and be ready for that with your bucks, and then go grab up some stuff for 50 cents, 30 cents on the dollar kind of thing. You can do that game. So it's several different ways to run it, but if you're going to do it, do it. Do it. Stop taking so many classes. I taught myself everything. I lost everything on my own accord and I got it back on my own accord and I lost it again and I went sideways I know all this stuff now. My game isn't, I don't have to have millions of dollars in my hand because I got millions or billions in knowledge. It's way more better. I can maneuver in any country I drop my foot on and I can move around. I know how to make it. I know how to start a business in a country. I'll learn a culture real quick and I've got a business. I'm popping it. So it's knowledge is what you need. The way to get it is to go do some of this stuff. You can't just be waiting around on somebody to show you everything. You need to fail in order to succeed. Everybody want all the money, but don't nobody want to fail. Just like the old adage, everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. Everybody want to survive, right? But I want to go meet the Lord. Don't make no sense to me, but okay. But anyway, let me read some of this other stuff. Jonathan Pierce. Let's see. I've always been interested in foreclosure property and ran down property. I got a friend, Charlotte, that made a killing investing in property on the loan property. Yep, that's all out there. I used to make my profits in real estate off the bank. If you get my book on my website, it'll show you how to do it. You can't quite do that when you can't borrow money though anymore, like you used to back in the day. But I was making all my money on the rehab. So by the time I finished a quick property flip, I already made all my profit on the front. That's why I named the manual I wrote, Make Your Profit on the Front. Big real estate profits, make your profit on the front. I was making it on the rehab. That's how I made my money in the game. So when I sold the property, I was just getting rid of my payment. I already made my money. I don't even care no more. I'm done. I just sell it just to get rid of the payment now. So there's all kind of ways you can do it. Jacobs, should we buy more guns and ammo? Well, let me ask you this, Jacob. How many guns can you hold in your hand at any given time? And how much ammo can you carry if you had to get out of town real quick? So my suggestion would be, or my actually, let me ask you this. Also, they know with having that First Amendment right in this country, or I'm sorry, Second Amendment right. Well, some people have that right, but having that available creates the market of selling arms. Okay. So if you scare people enough, they buy more. All these people that are trying to make the laws and undo this law and do, they got percentages. I'm sure they've got stock in a lot of the companies that people are buying these items from. So that's why they're still making people run back and forth to buy it. I mean, for me, it's a sport, so you should have adequate amounts of this or that so that you can do your sport or do whatever you're going to do with them. But I wouldn't suggest too much. I mean, if that's your thing and you're a collector and you just like stuff, yeah, it's still a good investment. I mean, if you need to see where your money went, you will have those items in your, wherever you got them. So and they always do what they're meant to do. So it's not like a waste of, it has utility. You can trade them down the road. You can trade someone for this and that and barter. So it's got some utility to it, but I wouldn't suggest getting too top heavy because then it becomes redundant. It becomes heavy on your life. You got to keep up with all that stuff. You got to protect it now, so on and so forth. So, I mean, do what you want to do with it, but that's just one of my suggestions. Maybe consider a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Yes, see, Kat says, I think better to have as much paid off as soon as possible so you can resist the new digital system. Well, if you don't have something paid off and you don't go into the new system, you just give it back. You just let it, go back. They get it, you move on. You're not going to be able to, if they do a new digital system, you're not going to be able to resist it. I mean, you're going to have, look, let me just say this. Whatever new system they're doing, it was a new system when the dollar came into play back in the, what was it, the 19, I don't remember the date. When the dollar, the greenback started playing on the streets, that was a whole new system. Before that, it was silver and gold stuff and maybe some other kind of notes, but this side had their notes and that side had the notes were silver notes at one point, not debt notes. That's the difference. So from this to digital, it's just like from, don't take it so hard, guys and ladies and gents. From horses and buggies to automobiles was another system change. Okay. From fans to AC was another system change. From telegraphs to rotary dial phones or operator driven phones was another system change. So these systems, they gonna keep, they just, you look, they just gonna keep doing it till the world blow up. They gonna keep systematically changing systems nonstop. So I'm not even concerned about that because I see that this is the template. This is how they've got it working. So you deal with it just like you would deal with anything else. You opportunities in there too. So whatever this new digital system is, start finding information and learn how that's going to work. Let's get ahead of the thing. And maybe they got to have new ways to they got to have new on the blockchain. So you got to get involved with the blockchain information so you can be a middleman somewhere in there. I mean, it's all kind of ways. Like you say, what you gonna do with them lemons? You just gonna be sour, dripping it in your mouth, or you gonna make some lemonade? So I'm making lemonade, Kool-Aid, Gatorade. I'm making all kind of aids, man. So we just gonna keep getting it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but no, beer drink. You can buy plenty of that stuff as much as you can take. I'm good with all that. You know, shoot, call me. I'll come over and shoot some of them with you. But I mean, for me, it had gotten too heavy for me, so I had to liquidate some stuff because I need to be able to move around freely without my mind being stuck and attached to so much stuff that I own. My business can own stuff and assets and everything, but on my name, I ain't owning that much of nothing. But what else is on here? Prepper Dog, what's going on? PD, um, Prepper Dogs in the house. Anybody got any more questions about what we were talking about? Jacob, come visit Texas if you fed up with Blue State. Yeah, you know, I am at home wherever I plant my feet. So we're gonna keep it moving like that. And you know, that's just how I get down. So that's what I'm gonna keep on doing. But anyway, if y'all got any other questions, you're welcome, Miss E, for the business setup advice. If y'all need some more help with it, shoot me an email. You know how to catch me on the website, safetycomplianceagency.com. Gabriel, you're so welcome. Everybody is saying thank you. You're welcome. That's right. Hard work does pay off. I don't care what they say. Um, I done sweat, lost weight, had to get new pants because lost so much weight, the pants don't fit no more. Yo, but I was able to buy them new pants because I was out there getting it. So hard work does pay off. Hard, smart work pays. Both of them pay off. It just depends on your skill set and your talent. So some people have to make it with the hard work. See, when you know which way you need to go and then you focus on that way and do it, you do it. Some people are adept at using their thought, their brain activity to make the same or more money. So I think both ways are legit. And, you know, I won't ever knock anybody's way on how they do it. You work a job and you're hustling that way. Hey, if that's what you do, do it. You starting your business, you out there believing in your product, your service, then you do it. You middleman deals, you broker, yo, do it. I just can't stand it when people complain, but then they don't do nothing about the problem. Like I said, I'm a solutions provider. I'm not a problem provider. And if you have people that are problem providers, you need to exit stage left. That's Pink Panther 101. Okay. But anyway, uh, hard work with less won't doesn't cut it. It's being shown right now. Hard work with less won't doesn't. I didn't get that, Braxton. Send me that again. But if the dollar crashes, nothing of investing matters. It's not true, Jacob. You can invest in other currencies. If you get that information, you can use what you have now. You can invest in other currencies. People investing in gold and silver, copper, metals, any kind of new technology that's going to come out in the future. People are investing in that stuff. So it's not necessarily that it would be of value in and during the crash, you know, when things are getting a little iffy on the streets or iffier or, you know, stuff hits the fan. You might have to hold it down for a couple of years till things settle down. But then, just like any other time in his story, then this ain't the first time a currency crashed, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is not now on a society that is set up like this, where we're privileged to have AC and heating and cooling and plumbing and just turn on the switch and something comes on. Other countries are just now working their way out of that. Some of them still don't have the basic things that we think or take for granted. So, I mean, this country, America, will probably fall harder in that type of situation. And that's what the real thing about SHTF. See, like I told y'all before, in a lot of countries, if the power goes out for days on end, big deal. They will go get some wood out the forest, start the fire, Everybody in the village come together, help each other. They've been growing their own food. They got rice everywhere. They got bananas everywhere. They got this and that everywhere. They got their little sandals on, their little funny looking, hat on, and they chilling, drinking green tea and eating off the fruits of their labor. So it's not a threat to them in other countries. It's a threat over here because we don't know what to do. We ain't been knowing what to do. We've been conditioned to go to the store. So once you start fixing some of the problems, then that threat would go away. Unfortunately for us here, too much luxury, so nobody's going to fix that problem. Nobody wants to go backwards. But those are the skill sets that we need to learn how to see. Going backwards is going forward. Okay. Being in a backwards position over here is actually going forward. It's like a reverse. So it's a 180. But I tell you what, um, oh, thanks, two way. Hi, that's what's up. Yeah, people are super sensitive. Well, I try at times. I hold myself back quite a bit on what I say because, people get butt hurt all the time, but I'll probably get flagged for that. I don't know. But anyway, who cares? It's YouTube. Uh, yeah, you're right, Gloria. One can contemplate their life away. You be 90 years old, still trying to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it, Jed. Well, wait a minute, my legs ain't working no more. I don't think I can start that bicycle shop now. You better get this thing moving, while you can still move it. So make sure y'all keep that in mind too. Like Gloria was saying, I mean, so you don't have time anyway. Don't None of us have any time. I don't know why we keep thinking we have time. No, you have no time. It's all right now, this moment. So as you're working these moments, it adds up to be what you're calling the future, which ends up being now. But you don't have tomorrow right now. In your mind, you might, but you don't physically, you can't touch nothing in tomorrow yet. You can't touch nothing that happens tomorrow you can touch right now. Can you alter it or change it? Possibly. But you'd have to do that right now, in the now. So stop going out so far. Let's stay in a productive, proactive prepper mode where we're not paranoid. I'm using a lot of P's, I know. Prepper dog. I used another P. Miss PD too. Shout out to her. She shout out something to me the other day, so that's what's up. Throwing it right back at you. Bam. Reciprocating that good energy. So, it's in the right now, y'all, with your financials, with prepping, with all that. It's everything right now. So narrow down what you need to do. Take that day, that week, get that done. Check that off. Move on. Just keep moving on like that till you get this stuff knocked out. Because if you don't, you're going to end up being that 92-year-old dude whose legs don't work trying to start a bicycle shop again. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're not him or her. Okay. Some other stuff to consider is you can even start a bartering network. Right about now, people would do some bartering with you. Prepper Dog would definitely slide you a Miller Lite for, a loaf of bread. So, you know what I'm saying? We already got this idea. It's on the thing right here. You just got it on the screen. You can brew your own brews. You can make your own stuff. Absolutely. So it's all about knowledge and then putting the knowledge into action. This is how great things happen. So we got to be aware. We got to be proactively knowing the environment that you're in. But I also would recommend let's don't go out too far. So far, we can't get back to the present because the present is probably more important than the future. This is what creates the so-called future. So I want y'all to have enjoyment. Uh, you know, I know we have lots of days of rough go sometime in this life and then with a couple of moments of enjoyment, but grab as many of those as you can and start putting them in the bank account. Have your good energy bank account and keep your savings account on having good journeys going so that you're getting out of this life good quality living. And, we could talk about everything under the sun. We could talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but I think that's one of the things we got to do with like some of the questions you guys are asking. Ask them questions in the moment. We're still asking in the future, like, what can you do right now? You know what I'm saying? What can you do before you go to bed with your thoughts? That's some right now stuff that'll help generate some of these questions y'all asking. This will bring the answers for these questions. Interest rates are hurting the real estate right now. That's what Virginia Bushcrafter. Look, that's the game of the kings and the thrones and the what's the Game of Thrones stuff. They playing chess on your psyche. So the interest rates and inflation and this, that, and the other, playing chess. We playing checkers. So you gotta, if you want to control that stuff for yourself, and we don't just want to report about it, and then it's hurting us, we got to be able to maneuver around this stuff. Like interest rates hurt real estate only because people need to borrow. But if people would have been hustling and stacking and saving and not doing with all the niceties, up front, we would have some better outcomes right now in this so-called future. Because if say your house is paid for, you interest rates don't have nothing to do with you. If you live in a house with five other people and y'all all paying that down to pay it off, and y'all got a family thing going or a group thing going, interest rates don't matter no more because I got help knocking this off. We're gonna knock this off in 10 years. This will be paid for 5 years, 7 years, whatever. So it's only because we're American minded that we have all these issues with the American system. But you see, foreigners can come over here and bypass all of this stuff. And there's nothing, I ain't got nothing against foreigners. I'm married to one. So I can't even be against them because I get knocked upside the head. But look, the reason why they can do that is because their mind ain't on the stuff we own. We trying to celebritize ourselves and enjoy this and enjoy that. Man, they coming over here taking 5 or 7 years just working, stacking and working and bypassing all the fun and all the activities. And in 5 or 7 years, now they bought that Mercedes with cash. They got that house with cash paid for. Interest rates don't matter to them. So we got to get out of this stuff. And you just got to really, you got batten down the hatches and do it. You know what I'm saying? But Dre Mill said, Major, if you had a pension job like a public servant, would you quit and move your money? I can't give financial advice, but I can say what I would do. I'm glad you said if I had a pension job and I'm gonna just say this, and this is in all fairness, okay? Because I have to state this because I'm an entrepreneur mind. I'm not a pension job mind, so I can't really relate. And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not above you or anything like that. But my world is diversely different. Like I said, I'll put $50 out there and turn it into 5,000. So, you know, uh, give me 5 loaves, 5 fishes, I'm gonna feed 5,000 kind of thing. That's what I think. So it's hard for me to even suggest like pension job. I mean, I tell you what, Dre, if you have a certain amount of money on your pension job, and would you move your money? The thing is, where you gonna move it where it can perform for you? That's the question. Because I can't answer that unless you said, yo, I was trying to start this, or I want to do this, or I want to put my money into this. So that just asking that, I can address it, but I can't really give you a solid answer on what I would do because I would have a plan for where it was going to go, where it would start performing for me safely without me having to do so much moving around and this, that, and the other. So if you ask the question again in here somewhere, where a little more detailed, I could give you a little bit more. Let's see, what else? I would think that the best investment is one's various abilities to create for themselves, as you implied. 100 rock, black rock. Yep, that's what's up. It's having. It's not even gaining knowledge in certain areas, but then you got to have the kahunas to go put it on the street. It don't do you no good in your mind just thinking about it. It'd be better if you just go do it and fail, because at least you learn from your failure. That's how I succeeded. I mean, if I had a silver spoon in my mouth, we wouldn't be talking on YouTube right now. But I didn't have none of that. So just street level, how can I create a solution for myself? Working at McDonald's when I was a teenager, my first job, wasn't the answer for me. Okay? It just wasn't working. Neither doing anything illegal, that wasn't a good play either. I saw where them cats went, so that was like, nah, ain't that cool. Um, so like I said, my first job was starting my own car detailing shop. I worked for a detail shop for 2 weeks just to learn how to detail, so I could go start my own. That's how I was making money when I was younger. I was making $200 a day back in the late 80s, right? I graduated in 88. So back in the 80s, I was making 200 a day as a 17, 18-year-old kid out of my dad's garage. At least we had a garage for me to do it in. I used to have to wash cars in the winter around the corner at the car wash, because that was where the pressure washer was. And it would get so cold in Missouri, where I'm from, that when I would spray the cars down, they were iced over, literally. So I had to leave the door cracked a little bit so the door wouldn't ice shut. By the time I get to the house, I had to let the car defrost in the garage with the heat on, just so I could detail the car. So you're talking about luxury. I ain't had no luxury. It's been all painstaking hustle. But I mean, if you after it, you can do it. You can definitely do it. Let me see if there's any other questions on here. Real Talk said, I got many ideas, but I'm building my credit right now to start a small business, plus a lottery ticket idea that I'm waiting on also, but everything takes time and patience. Yeah, Real Talk, it takes time. Patience is a virtue, but when you get it, it'll try you too. Patience, it takes patience to work through some of this stuff, but I would just suggest with your credit part, there's more than one way to get it done. So I don't know what kind of money you're trying to raise or you need credit for, but you're definitely using your credit for the right reason, which would be to make money. I always suggest to people, never get credit just to purchase with. Always use it to make profit. Then you pay off your line, and then you keep the profit in your pocket to go do your life with, not the reverse. What's going on, Prepping Fool? Uh, let's see. Learn how to gunsmith, get cold, make guns. Yep, it's all kinds of stuff you can do. But like I said, we can just be talking about stuff, but you got to do it. Major watch Jordan Peterson's videos. I might take that into consideration. I'll have to check out that cat and see what's going on. Oh, thank you, Two Way High. 1933, the dollar was created. Okay, but wasn't that the time of the Great Depression? Yeah, that was 1932, 33, right? Somewhere in there. That's very interesting. That's when the dollar was created. So they got a playbook on how to do this thing. It's not by chance that everything is operating like it is. So more than likely, you'll see kind of a repetitious transition to the next system is how the first one went. So that's why you would need to get your affairs in order, so to speak. Once you have them in order, then go out here and do what you need to do and what you want to do. But at least you got prepared to some degree. They stopped backing the dollar with gold and silver and made it the equivalent of funny money. Yeah, I think Nixon did that. Took us off the gold standard. Nixon, by way of the other talking heads, the invisible talking heads behind him. What else is on here? Do you have a YouTube channel? Uh, hey Major, do you have a favorite EDC? I just got a shadow system. Um, I I don't have a favorite. I'm just like the dude. I'm like Nick Nolte was on the movie Tropic Thunder, when the cat asked him in the movie. He said, "Wow, what kind of gun is that?" And Nick Nolte replied, "I don't know the name of that gun." I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. So I mean, I wouldn't be doing that, but that's a funny line. Um, it's I'm not into it where I am so technically interested in things like that. I'm into it from the sports side, uh, putting rounds down range and doing drills and certain things to challenge myself. But I'm not into it anymore, on this piece or that piece. I'm just like, yo, do it work, and this is the area I need to point it in, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate all y'all being on here. I told y'all I'm trying to do 25 minutes and it's an hour and 15 minutes later. But the opportunity is now. Um, you know, the opportunity for us is now, y'all. Don't be faked out of the pocket. Okay? Don't get sacked either. Make sure you can hone in on some of this activity that's going on because it's going on big. Um, Money is very important. That's what Braxton Spivey said. This goes to show, sir, money is very important. Yeah, it is in this third dimension. Okay. Um, you just have to understand how to play it and how to use it as a tool and not a necessity. And that could ring true both ways. It's fake real money. It's real fake money. So you just gotta start to change your concepts of what and how and why to use it, and then it will change form for you. And it won't matter which system you're on or involved in, you still use it as a tool. It's just a tool. It's not the primary tool. This is, but in dealing with the third dimension, it's trying to nails into a 2x8 with your hand, or you can use a hammer. So I prefer to use the hammer. I prefer to use that hammer. That's what money is. It's a hammer. It can nail stuff up. It can close stuff up. It can open stuff up. It can punch something through for you, get you out of bail you out of something in this system. So, like I said, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You don't have to become a Roman. You just maneuvering and moving your way through, doing your processes on your process to do your journey to get to your end that you came here to get. So that's all it's used for. So don't get it, twisted. It's a great tool. I enjoy it. One of the things I practice real quick before I get off here in another 30 minutes or so. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna try to get off here in a hot second. When I try to practice every time I purchase something, I try to think the best thought during the transaction. Like when I pass the resource to take care of the transaction, I might think something like, whoa, I really enjoy being able to do this. This is really awesome. I'm saying that the cashier don't know what I'm saying, but I might have a smile on my face, grinning or something like, it's like, why are you so happy? Don't disturb this groove. Y'all remember that song? Don't disturb this groove. Okay, I can't sing, but anyway, you get it. So you want to make sure that you can take some of that energy and direct it in the direction you want. Why? Because if you keep patterning, enjoying the moment you pay for that cheeseburger, even though the cheeseburger will kill you shortly thereafter. But anyway, go on and get your cheeseburgers. If you'll pattern that over and over and over again on each transaction, eventually your subconscious believes this because you start feeling, I enjoy doing this. So now your subconscious, after a while, has to deliver to you the very thing that you're enjoying doing. It makes your atmosphere, your environment, it produces in that environment like energy. So you need to know that too. So practice when you buying stuff. Don't, oh my goodness, why do I have to pay all this money? Ooh, I can't even get a break. Every time you do that, you send in the energy of I can't get a break back to yourself. So you know, the opportunity is now. We can change this stuff now. We can get into this now and go in the right direction now. That's what we need to do. I appreciate all of y'all. I'm getting a little weary. It's past my bedtime. Um, I'm not probably able to answer every. Hold on. Hold on. Anyone have any knowledge of those black casket liners that are produced? I have noticed in Conyers a field of them have been. Yeah, it's beer drink. I mean, I'm not gonna go into none of that, but I mean they got all kind of stuff everywhere. Those also could be, you know, liners for septic tanks, for all we know. I mean, you don't know. I don't know. But anyway, um, don't have to become a Roman, but we can wear a skirt. I ain't wearing no skirt, but I might carry that sword at times. I might carry a sword. Okay, Dre Mills just answered your question. That's what's up. That's what I'm here for. Appreciate you letting me know that I got you handled. That's what's going on. Um, let's see, people's feelings. That's not on you. That's their own personal problem. Too bad for them. I feel you. Uh, that's what's up. All of y'all just great. Miss Dog is on here too. What's up? Uh, let's see. Miss E. Oh, well, I'll let him explain it to you, Miss E. He can explain it. I'm gonna talk about some other stuff. Um, let's see. Make your own herbs and sell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that too. You guys can set up an account on Etsy. You know that website Etsy. That's where they sell a lot of herbs, spices, homemade stuff, organite. You know, orgone stuff. You know, organize the like you can buy different stones. They got all kinds of stones. I like buying shungite. Shungite's a stone from Russia. It's a black stone. It's supposed to actually shield you from some of this 3G, 4G, 5G, all these signals. Okay, so look into shungite. That's a cool rock to own. It only comes out of Russia, interestingly. Um, and I've heard and I read some stuff that the Russian military actually crushes that rock and adds that to the paint when they paint government buildings and they paint their vehicles, all their military vehicles. It's embedded with shungite. That's pretty interesting. So it must do something. Okay. I'm not a shungite specialist, but I bought some shungite. So I like stuff like that anyway. It's kind of cool. There's all kinds of business ideas you can do right now, and it's all making money. If you get on Etsy, a lot of the people selling stuff on there, they're backed up. They can't even deliver, they can't even sell or produce the stuff quick enough. Now that's pretty crazy. So y'all know America is the home of we ain't got no products to make. So if you start making some products, you gonna sell some. Okay. Right now, sometimes you ain't got no service. Call a plumber, you might get one. Call somebody to come do something, you may get somebody to come do it, but it's getting a little obsolete as far as people being available because a lot of these guys don't handle the guys in small businesses like that don't handle their business affairs very well, and they're not real customer service orientated. So you start something right now and become, get in that space where you provide good service and good follow-ups and stuff. Man, you'll just do nothing but make money. But anyway, let me read some of y'all stuff here. Remove whatever you have in a bank deposit box, Gloria said. Yeah, I mean, basically, a bank deposit box is, for them to have your deposits. Um, Blessings on you and your family. Appreciate you, Living Waters. That's what's up. Let's see, mental gymnastics. Yeah, definitely. Braxton. Um, remember. They having a conversation within the conversation, so that's what's up. Um, let's see. Yes. Adria Martin, your bug out evac vehicle is awesome, and you even have an extra set of traction for. Now, hang on, y'all. We're gonna square this up. Are you talking about the vehicle I took the picture with, the Hummer? just to make sure y'all know, that's not my Hummer. That's a fellow YouTuber's Hummer, Prodigy TV. Y'all could check out his channel, Prodigy TV. He's in Georgia too. So I don't disclose my stuff like that. So I kind of sounded Denzelian now. Denzel Washington, absolutely. I don't disclose nothing like that. My stuff, I major won't go that far. I won't go that far with it. But if y'all see any of my vehicles, they're gonna look like a regular vehicle. My company trucks, other stuff that would be something that evac in. I'm not gonna show it. Not gonna show it. Not on here. No sir. Um, but yo, y'all commenting good. I appreciate all the thumbs ups. 25 minutes later, I'm almost done with this live. Um, let's see. Let's see if I see any more. Dre Mills. Hey Dre, start the prepper community near South Texas. Don't find one, start one. You know what I'm saying? Go do the thing. When it ain't there, just put it in play. You can do it yourself. Yeah. Well, I'm so um, elated y'all having all these good conversations on here as usual. Um, and I appreciate all of y'all being on here. But I got to get up and do my morning walk and calisthenics. And I'm not missing my time over staying on here too late on this here humanitude. Um, I'm gonna let y'all transact some other energy real quick. Okay, I'm at the end of the feeds. We good, yo. I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you, Beer Drank, Adria Martin, Gloria Aquino, Valerie Sanchez, uh, Prepper Dog, Miss Dog, Miss E, Living Waters, Real Talk, um, JB, um, who else? Diverse Greenwood, Intel. If I missed anybody, I'll catch you on the next Worminati. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I want to answer this real quick. Worminati. Physical death is inevitable. Trying to maintain in this depraved world, wicked world is moot. My energy not made for being around these devils. Hey, I feel you. Uh, there again, me. I'm here to make a dent in it. I'm gonna put a dent in there. You gonna remember me. Somebody gonna remember my energy, and it's gonna keep energy moving. Gonna keep that good energy moving. But yeah, I appreciate your comment anyway. Hey, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing. He gonna do his, she gonna do hers. We all doing our thing together right now. So that's the beautiful part of these platforms. We's here doing this energy right now, and that's pretty groovy. It's groovy, baby. So yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thank you, Miss E, for posting my website again. Remember, y'all, go to my website. If it's something you want to download while it's so-called free, because ain't nothing free in this world, you're gonna pay somewhere else. I'm changing it, and it's not gonna be paid free anymore after the end of this month. So I'm gonna put all my downloadable content on my website. It's gonna have prices affixed. Don't be scared about that. Just be prepared. Go on and pay for one if you want to. But all it does is goes to support the channel. So, y'all can do it that way too. I appreciate it. Everybody, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. I hope this message helps somebody. I hope to help unite some folks. I hope to help other people's channel. Whatever is helping, I'm just happy about being a solution provider. That's my journey here, and I'm gonna keep that genre moving. You welcome, Miss E. Thank you again, and shout out to C Marie. She probably didn't make it here. She hadn't been getting her notifications, but she'll play this back. So C Marie in the house, even though she ain't in the house. Just like I say, Miss E in the house, even if she missed the live, they in the house. So until the next time, this is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace, love, everybody. Peace.